Hello everybody, welcome back to another podcast on my channel. This is podcast number 2. If you guys haven't checked out my first podcast, make sure you check it out. During COVID-19, we have seen a lot of weird things happen in the bike shop. I've got my little list here of what I want to speak about. I want to run through a couple of mad things and why you guys think that you cannot get bikes at the moment. And well, you're completely correct with that statement. You cannot get any bikes. Any bikes you want to order, if it's from Cube, if it's from Specialized, if it's from Trek, if it's from Giant, whoever you want to get a bike from, none of them will have it. And I can absolutely guarantee you that if you find one, it will be from a retailer. It won't be from their factory. It will just be leftover stock that they can't sell, but I doubt they have leftover stock that they can't sell at the moment. I've been nicking a couple of these points from articles, like I said, that I've agreed with 100%. It's weird. Bikes are the new toilet paper. I cannot understand how much I can agree with that. That is unbelievable. Bikes are the new toilet paper. Do you remember back in, I don't even know when it was, probably March time or something, when COVID was like outbroke in the UK, and people began to get really worried about it, like what's going on, what's happening, you know, am I gonna live, am I gonna survive, what's going on? And all the toilet paper was gone, all around the world. I know in the UK it was, everywhere else, it's just going to be the same, isn't it? Everywhere you went, you could not get toilet paper. Weird, but you couldn't. And that is literally what's happening with bikes now. You just can't get anything. The phones are ringing non-stop. So, of course, this is something you cannot complain about. I'm not trying to complain about it. It's nothing that you can complain about, because if you think about all the pubs, the restaurants, the local businesses around here in which are trying their hardest, or they're absolutely on their knees, trying, like, begging for the government to be able to reopen their businesses. On this article, it actually said that a bike shop in Sydney in Australia, shout out to you guys if you're somehow watching this, then literally as he was saying this statement, like I am to you in front of a camera, the phone rang. We're like a local bike shop in Barnstable, which is in North Devon. But yeah, people are calling from like Leeds, people are calling from Yorkshire, Edinburgh. We've had people call from Edinburgh and Glasgow. People are calling from all over the country and checking stock availability. Bike sales, right, so bike sales is obviously the thing that all of us are open for, right? It's to sell them. But imagine having a bike shop with no bikes in it. What, are you selling air? Yeah, that's mad. But bike sales have gone up 60% as from April. Between, like, for most bike shops, between sort of March to like summer, like August, is a very like busy time. And if you were closed during those times, like you're gonna struggle, aren't you? You're gonna struggle no matter how big you are. 8,000 electric bikes were imported into the UK from Europe or wherever they were imported from in a quarter. That's 19.32% up from before it happened, I guess. You know when I was talking earlier about Australia having sold, what was I talking about? Anyway, I was talking about Australia for some reason. I can't even remember why. It was earlier. So in Australia, they have sold 800 bikes in a single day. In a single day. Do you understand now why factories can't keep up with the stock that people are buying? That's why. Factories cannot make bikes fast enough. You know what I was saying earlier about the statistics? Like they were selling 800 bikes a day or 8,000 bikes in a quarter. Well, think about who's actually trying to make these. We went to the Cube show last year in August, and they had all these bikes going around on like a belt, I guess, and it was like had the frame, and then everyone was putting the wheels on, whatever they were doing. They all had their personal tasks that they had to complete. But the factories can't actually keep up with how fast and how quickly the stock is selling. So we're in like July. In August is when they begin, releasing a tiny bit their 2021 stock. If you're wondering why you can't get hold of 2020 stock, the reason is because they've stopped making the 2020 stock and they're now making the 2021 stock, so they don't go short for themselves next year and this whole thing happened again. And also think about it, if we would have been able to get hold of bikes at this time of the year like that last year, absolutely easy. But the problem is, it's because Germany, where most of the bikes are made, like Cubes are made there, high bikes are made there, they went into lockdown way before the UK did. They had to close their factories, meaning they couldn't make their bikes. So even if they've got the bike there ready, almost complete, everything's ready, if a company can't make the grips for that bike or can't make a saddle for that exact bike, then the whole production line is screwed. Because that one factory is closed, in reason to make that saddle. So that's why you can't get your bikes, guys, because someone can't make a pair of grips. Literally, that's it. It's weird because once the cheap bikes sell, so average sale of about like £300 to £400 or whatever, once they sell, it begins to move up the line. So it begins to move up the food chain almost. It's like the cheap ones gone. As the demand gets higher, the more expensive bikes sell. So it's weird. The average bike sale now is like £700, which is ridiculous. What people would normally pay on like almost an electric bike, if you like an entry-level electric bike, is very close to that price, and people are paying that on normal bikes. So if you think about that's what people are paying on normal bikes, think about what people are paying on electric bikes. That's good for today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. If you've got any questions, guys, just give me a DM on Instagram or just comment down below. I've been trying to get around to as many comments as possible. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time on another podcast.